I have never seen any cute charcoal art, so I made my own. Hi, I'm lionbunny and I'm a charcoal artist. And I am not bashing the realism style at all. I actually did some realistic art myself, as you can normally see with my portraits. But with my style outside of my art, I actually really love this aesthetic. Then I realized that I have never seen the illustrative style combined with the medium of charcoal before. And to solve this problem that no one asked for. So to purely satiate my need for this, I tasked myself to make my own. Because I purely just had the idea and aesthetic down already, I struggled with finding a concept. I was on Pinterest scrolling for an hour looking at cute reference pictures, but then I realized, why don't I just take my own? After school, I went with my friend and for literally 1 hour, we walked around together taking pictures. And since it is my own pictures, it will be looking at my daily life instead, looking at places that I personally went to and recognize already. There is another factor besides concept though, and that is the story. What is the story of this little guy? Why is he traveling around? Other art pieces and brands that I admire and love, normally they would assign stories to the characters for them to feel more connected with audiences, but also stand out individually. I thought, that's such a cool and fun idea. I actually always wanted to make my own characters, even though I suck at character design. I decided for this character to become more relatable to me by implementing little bits of myself in his storyline. In my life personally, I have lived in 3 different places. I have moved twice. So when I was younger, I started to wonder where my home actually was. Present me now though, I have decided that I kind of align with the quote of home is what you make it, or home is where the heart is, all that stuff, right? But I have decided that this little lion bunny guy has not really figured that out yet. So he's looking for a place like home, a place to belong. And my arts are little snapshots of his daily life and adventures. So yeah, that's the story. Hello. My desk never looks like this. I of course do not have plants on my desk. I just decorated it for this exact video. I was literally editing the footage for the Draw With Me. I don't know why I was thinking when I was drawing on my iPad, I was like, oh yeah, I can do commentary. I was literally mumbling and I don't think you can even tell what I'm saying. And ensuring there's a little bit of narrative in there, which is why I made him do an action to make it a bit more interesting. I think him interacting with the letterbox, the viewer will be like, oh, it's cute because the lion bunny is so short. But also I wanted to kind of raise a bit of a question. Why is he doing it? You know, who is he sending the letter to? So that's why I placed the things as it is to hopefully raise a few questions and also add a bit of storytelling. First I'm gonna edit this, so I need to move it like that. There. I should screen record this. So another layer, I selected color, max opacity, put white, and then there you go. You might question why I didn't just change the saturation, but I have actually heard that is not the most reliable thing in the world. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's just what I heard. And this is a good time to, play around, see what kind of stuff I like. Sorry if this process already seems all over the place, but this is how you know what you like and what you don't like. I duplicate and copy and paste a lot. It looks better actually, because this thing at the top was kind of distracting me. Doesn't Procreate have a grid thing? Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna try these two. I'm gonna use the Salamanca brush. So I want the bunny to be roughly here with the ears and then reaching up to the... Actually, put this down, another layer. Yeah, I feel like that looks so much better, no? I don't know, I feel like the composition is better. Yeah, it looks way better. I can put it here actually, because there's a shadow line. And also, there are lines going out throughout here. So that's pretty nice to have some pattern going on with the lines. So I'm not just thinking about what looks aesthetically pleasing. I want to think about formal elements as my college has drilled into me, okay? Background. In the past one, I did a bit of Gaussian blur, if I can remember correctly. Yeah, a bit of Gaussian blur to soften up some edges so the real life photo-ness of it kind of dims a little. So I can properly explain this time about the body. So you may have noticed that I use this brush specifically. The reason why I do is because it's like a watercolor brush. It's very good at layers. And of course, pen pressure is a thing. If I press harder, it will be stronger. I kind of gradually blend it out to the rest. I do not just put it in the middle for no reason. So because this guy is looking at the letterbox, I forgot what it was called for a second. Because this little guy is looking at the letterbox, I want the middle point, the main core, to be looking up like this. Yeah, spread it out a bit. It's like cotton candy. It's like a cloud, a fluffy cloud. I did not plan this out. My voice just cracked. I did not plan this at all, by the way, so just experimenting. It's fun to experiment. I do have another idea. I do think maybe putting both of his hands up will be a bit cuter. How much time has passed? Oh my god, it's already 20 minutes. I'm going to do this little guy. This little guy with the letterbox. It's way easier than the other two I did. Last night, I also did another one. It is also another photo I have taken. He's just looking around, looking up at the sky. So in this video, I'm going to try and see if my charcoal art can actually be cute, or at least kind of aesthetic. Here's the little guy. He's a blob. He's a literal blob at the moment, but I mean, this is how it looks so far. I was gonna say it looks cute, but it's getting there. I take my mask off like every 2 minutes so I can just blow the dust away. Okay, to explain what I'm doing right now, basically I do all of the bigger stuff first, especially like the focal point, and measuring negative space. Will it look 100% accurate to the reference? No, but I do think that's completely okay. Then I will try and go in with more darker shadows. And so first I establish everything with a mid-tone kind of color. I'm not the type of person to do things by line art and then coloring it in. I mean, I don't use color anyways. But I will go in with sharper edges and highlights later on. Hey! This is a little check-in for this little guy. I think it is a good foundation. Everything looks kind of alright. Of course not perfect, but I'm not going for perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna head off to dinner and continue this after I eat, but also I have to make time for homework, which I might do tonight or tomorrow morning. Oh, and I have to plan reels too. Why is content creation so hard? Okay. I have more to do than I thought. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Trying out a new hairstyle. I got a higher ponytail and then put the hair at the side. I think it looks alright. It's actually daytime, isn't that funny? Because I normally record at night. I am a bit nervous to actually share this piece, I don't know why. I think it is because since this is quite different from my usual style of charcoal, I don't know how people would react if I showed them this, especially people who are familiar with my channel and my art. But this vibe I'm really comfortable with, so it's a comfort thing. So yeah, anyway, let's get drawing. Okay, I really needed to film, but my studio is a right mess right now. I'm not moving places, just moving rooms, so nearly all of the stuff got pushed in here. Tonight, I am going to finish this damn bunny picture if it is the last thing I do. Because I honestly thought it would be finished by now, but because of time and some other stuff, it kind of got pushed to the back. So I really need to finish it today. I don't know how to feel about the bunny design, I'm gonna be honest. The reason why I'm not sure about the design is because I feel like it's incredibly bland. I don't know, not very distinctive, which is okay for a first try. Compared to my logo, it kind of looks nothing like it. Kind of bland to me. I don't know. I'm just kind of doubting my idea, as I do every day. And besides, today, I discussed my final project. My final is coming up, so I'm pretty nervous for that because I need to get a good grade. Anyway, I talked for too long. I'm gonna work on what I said I would, and I'll be right back. Okay, I literally think this is all I can do for today. Okay, right now it is, what time is it? 11:13 p.m. This is the best I can do for tonight. I know it's not 100% done. I'm tired and I need to shower and go to bed. See you in the next one. Bye. So here is the final outcome. I'll put a picture here somewhere. Parts of the background are not finished yet. It's not exactly very polished, so I need to go back and refine it, but I'll probably do it later off camera. But if you made it this far, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me because I put a lot of effort in this video. I upped my editing game a little bit. And sorry for my rambling. I am aware that I talk a lot in this video because I feel like I have a lot to explain. But there are still more aspects to the Lion Bunny that I will explain later in future videos and episodes about this new art series that I have. Me and my mom have been talking about this actually, and the Lion Bunny character in itself will go through like maybe some little changes in design, not big ones though, and there will be more characters set to come because I think as Lion Bunny as a species of rabbits, not as just one singular character called the Lion Bunny. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!